Hey, what's going on, ladies and gents? How are people doing here? Welcome back to another football video. So today I'm going to be talking about Matty Cash making his debut for Poland's national team. That's right, for Poland's football team, because as you people know, Matty Cash has committed to playing for Poland. Even though he was also eligible to represent England on the international level, he chose to represent Poland. So all I have to say is welcome to the team, Matty Cash, and I'm super excited to see what he can do. And I'm wondering whether he's going to be a very good, solid replacement for Piszczek as a fullback, because I think that's the biggest, weakest position Poland's football team has had, probably in the last, I have to say, from the time that Piszczek retired, from the team following the World Cup, I think that Poland just have not had like a very solid fullback, after Piszczek, retired. So I hope that Matty Cash can fill in that void, because I looked at his highlights and from the looks of it, he looks like a pretty fairly solid player. Now, I've seen people give mixed reviews about him, but for the most part, he looks like a very solid overall player. I watched his highlights because he plays for, I think he plays for West Ham. Yeah, he plays for West Ham. And, I saw how he's able to, make tackles and, just be able to, win the ball back. So, that's what Poland, I think, needs for a defender, is that, that type of defender that, is not afraid to make challenges, not afraid to make tackles, and try and win the ball back, because that's what I think has been the biggest weakness in Poland's football team, especially, from the time that we played at Euro 2020, I think that was Poland's weakness, is just our inability to win the ball back and just us missing tackles left and right, and us just leaving, just us leaving spaces for opposing teams, wide open. Like, hopefully with Matty Cash right there, that can, stop finally, because, I think that's what our biggest weakness was, just our defense, man. And if Matty Cash can help improve our defense, then hey, I'm super excited to see what he can do. And I hope obviously that Paulo Sousa is going to give him minutes, especially in these next World Cup qualifiers, which are going to be very, very crucial for us, so that we can hopefully clinch that second spot in order to qualify for the World Cup playoffs, to see who we're going to play next, because it's obviously going to be a very tough journey, and this might be Lewandowski's last chance at playing in a major tournament before, like Piszczek and Błaszczykowski. There's also going to come a day when Lewandowski is going to announce his retirement, and, I'm just wondering whether Matty Cash can become another really good talent, and part of Poland's football team, much like how Lewandowski was, much like how Lewandowski, Błaszczykowski in his prime and Piszczek in his prime. So, I'm excited to see whether Matty Cash can replicate Piszczek, Piszczek's ability as a fullback. So, and all, man, super hyped up about, his decision to play for Poland's football team. So can't wait to see what he's going to be able to do. So, one thing I've noticed about him is that he's the type of player that's not afraid to, just make these types of sliding tackles and make these well-timed tackles to stop an opponent's attack. Like, that's really what I think Poland's football team needs in defense, especially since, it seemed like that at Euro 2060, we had issues trying to defend, against the opponent's counterattacks. Because, for example, I think that in the game against Sweden, that was one of the worst defensive performances I've seen from Poland, especially how we conceded that third goal, was just us not being able to defend, just very sloppy, just leaving our opponent, just a bunch of holes for our defense to expose, because in that Sweden and Poland game, man, like, Sweden just completely exposed our back four. So I'm just wondering whether or not right now, Matty Cash can just fill in the void and just, be that type of defender, be that, like, solid rock in our defense that we so desperately need. So, hey, can't wait to see what he can do. So let me know what you people think about this in the comment section below. And hey, all I can say is Paulo Sousa, hopefully he gives him minutes. Like, Matty Cash needs to get minutes ASAP, because, at this point, man, come on, let's, no excuses to not give him any minutes. Just give him the minutes, and let's see what he can do.